it's really good to see you again. Yeah, you mentioned that. And I actually, yeah, I love the suggestion. So you want to do some posture fixing today? Okay. Yeah, it's been a while. Like, I think I mean, at least months and months. Okay. And are you having any concerns with your posture today or just wanted to do a general check? Okay. Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, and we can sort of go over some of the basics of good posture. I mean, I know that we've looked at your posture pretty extensively in the past, and there were some sort of problem areas that sort of came up over and over again. So it's always good to just check in. Yeah. Okay, great. So I'm just going to take a look at the posture real quick. I'm going to put some gloves on first, actually, and then we'll get to the actual fixes. Okay. That sound good? Okay. All right, so let me see here. Yeah. Okay. Mhm. So I just want to check in with you real quick. The way that you're standing right now, would you say this is kind of like your normal stance throughout the day? Yeah. Okay. And you're not kind of consciously trying to stand up straight. Yeah, and that kind of, I mean, I do this sometimes, right? Where I'm sort of like, yeah, like I have this like affect where I'm like, oh, I should stand up straight, right? Okay. Let's see. Yeah, okay. And as you're standing this way, any pain? No? Okay. Any discomfort? Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Just gonna step around the body for a second, okay? Okay. Let me just take a look from the side here. Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna feel the body a little bit just so I can sort of get a sense of, I mean, I've taken a look, but I just wanna get a sense in terms of touch, what's going on with the posture, okay? All right, so let me just, I'm just gonna actually just feel up the neck a little bit here. And just let me know if at any moment there's any sort of feelings of, yeah, discomfort of any sort, okay? Yeah. Okay, let me just feel this shoulder here a little bit. A little wiggle. Yeah. The shoulder. Like a little wiggle. Let's feel that neck just a little bit more. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, and I'm just gonna go down this arm. Yeah. Just some nice firm grips up and down your right arm. Just give it a little shake. Okay. Let's feel up and down your left arm. Mm-hmm. Give it a little shake. Anything coming up when I do that? No? Okay. see, I'm just gonna feel the abdomen here a little bit. Okay. Let's see what's good. Okay, I'm just gonna feel the abdomen a little bit more. Is it okay with you if I lift the shirt up a little bit just so I can actually feel your stomach? Okay. Here we go. Any pain or discomfort coming up when no? Okay. All right. Okay, we can put the shirt down now. There we go. Still feeling comfortable. Okay, so I am actually just going to reach around and feel your lower back here a little bit, okay? Yeah. This is right around sort of the tailbone, sacral area. Let me just, okay. So when I place my hand in that sort of like, it's not quite a notch, but that lower curve of the tailbone, pain? No? Okay. And let's see. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna feel the legs here for a sec, okay? All right, this is your left leg and your right leg. Yeah. And again, you are standing as you naturally would, right? Yeah. Okay, let me look at these toes here for a second. Yeah, just in terms of how they're lining up. Yeah, no need to do anything. I just want to take a look here. Yeah. Okay. All right, can I just get you to lift your foot up for a second? Thank you so much. And I'm just gonna feel, yeah, this is your left foot. Let me just feel along the top and under the arch. Okay, yeah, you can put that down. Thank you. I need the other foot now, okay? Yep. Can you lift that right foot for me? Thank you. Okay, just feeling that foot. Okay, you can place that down. Thank you so much. Okay. And this is, again, this toe alignment feels, yeah, okay. All right, great. Good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm just gonna feel, just feeling the collarbone. Very gently here for a second. Yeah. Just feel that notch in the middle of the collarbone there. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna step around for a sec, okay? Yeah. All right, so this is me feeling the back of your right shoulder. Let me just give it a nice wiggle there. Yeah. I'm just gonna feel down the back of your right arm. Just gonna shake that arm out a little bit. Okay. All right, we're gonna do the same with the left. Yeah, feeling this left shoulder. Give it a little wiggle. And let's just feel down your left arm. Just gonna shake it out a little bit, okay? Yeah, let me just feel. Yeah, this is this, again, this sort of lower curved part of your tailbone down here. Yeah, let's just feel up the back a little bit, up to the nape of the neck there. Okay. And down. Okay. Hi. Okay. All right. Still feeling okay? Okay, good. Yeah, so that was kind of my, sort of like a walk through and a feel through of your body, right? Yeah. Let me actually let's just feel up to the top of your head here for a sec. Yeah. Okay, and I am actually just gonna feel underneath. Yeah. Around the jawline. Just gonna cradle my hand underneath the jaw and just lift up. And just lift up. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, so like I said, that was the walkthrough and the feel through of your body. Yeah, just to get a sense of all the elements that are coming into play in terms of your posture, you know. And I think, like I said at the top of the session, we've analyzed your posture a few times before, and I wouldn't say that you have any. I wouldn't say that you have any major posture issues, right? You know, I mean, some people really experience quite a hunch, quite a stoop. But I think in general you're in pretty good shape. However, as with everyone, you know, our posture could always be better, right? Exactly. Hi, sorry, we had a siren there. I used to keep the sirens in, now I edit them out. I'm not really sure which to do. But okay, so as I was saying, you know, in general, your posture is pretty good, but as with everyone, there are always some slight fixes, some slight tweaks that we can add just to get you standing up as straight as we possibly can, right? Yeah. So how does that sound? Do you want to get into the actual fixes part soon? Yeah. Okay. It's like I do these posture fixing sessions, but I should really just do speaking fixing sessions for myself. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're going to start with the feet. We're going to move up to the legs, the abdomen, and then all the way up to the head, okay? Yeah. So let me see. I'm going to look at these feet again. So what I'm noticing with the feet, as I've noticed in the past, right, is that your toes are out of alignment, okay? And that is subtly over time contributing to posture, okay? So I'm just going to reach down. If you can lift up your left foot, okay? I'm just going to feel this foot again. Yep. And then yeah, let's just get this foot nice and loose. Our feet can hold a lot of tension. Yeah. Just kind of squeezing the bottom and the top of the foot at the same time. Okay, and now I'm just going to place this foot down very precisely, okay? Yeah. How's that feeling? Yeah. Okay, so that's your left foot. We're now going to do the same with the right, okay? So if you can just lift up your right. I'm just going to feel the foot again. Yeah. Get it nice and limber and loose. Because that's actually something with posture, is that you want to stay loose. You don't want to be too uptight and tense, right? Okay, and now I'm going to place your foot down very specifically. There we go, okay. Okay, so your toes are lined up now, right? And do you feel that subtle difference? Yeah, okay. All right, so I'm just gonna feel up and down. This is your left leg, and I'm just gonna feel up and down the right leg. Go. Okay, yeah. All right, I am just going to give this left knee a bit of a massage here. We're just going to loosen up that knee, and we're going to give the right knee a bit of a massage, loosen it up. Okay, so what did that just do? You unlocked your knees. Yes, exactly. Okay, and that's one of the goals of posture, right? Is you want to keep those knees unlocked, right? Because locked knees over time, it's just a lot of pain, unnecessary pain in the body, okay? Yep. So let me just feel that knee, okay? And let me just feel that knee. Okay, that's looking great. All right, so we are going to, I'm just going to feel this abdomen again. Okay. So I know it's been a while since we've done any posture fixing, but I feel like, do you know what I'm going to say about the abdomen? Right. The abdominal muscles are not engaged, okay? Now, yeah, okay. Is it all right if I lift up the shirt again? Okay. There we go, okay. So abdomen again. So when I say that we want to engage the abdominal muscles, kind of like with the feet and the knees, it doesn't need to be a lot. It can just be subtle, okay? Again, we want a feeling of looseness and limberness. We don't want to feel like we're clenching in any way, right? So at the moment, this is what unengaged abs feel like, right? Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to subtly, do you feel that? Just that little bit of engagement, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let me do it one more time. There we go. Okay, that's great. And let me just feel. Great. Yeah. All right, I'm just going to lower this shirt here again. Okay. Yeah, then this is, I'm just going to feel these abs again here. This is what I love about posture fixing, is because you just subtly make that one little change to the abs, to the abdominal muscles, right? And it was like your whole upper body changed, right? Yep. And let me feel behind the back again. Okay. Yeah, and so when you engage those abdominal muscles, this, the curvature in the lower part of the spine, which was kind of, it's almost like your butt was kind of sticking out a little bit more than I think is probably comfortable. It brings it in a little bit, yep, which contributes to better posture. Yeah, okay. Let me just feel, yeah, that's feeling really nice. Okay, all right, this is looking great. So let me feel these shoulders again. Let me just give them a little wiggle here. Feel this shoulder too, give it a little wiggle. This arm, a little wiggle. And this arm, just a little wiggle. Okay. Yeah. Shoulders just a little bit. Okay. All right. So as in the past, actually your shoulders are generally in pretty good shape. Yeah, I feel like the posture issues that you experience tend to originate from the lower body, actually. Yeah, which is interesting. But the shoulders could still be a little bit more upright than they currently are, okay? And so that is a very easy fix. All right, let me just limber up these shoulders a little bit here, okay? And then we are just going to roll them back, okay? All right, so let me wiggle these a little bit, and how'd that feel? Yeah. Very simple, right? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let me go in a little bit more, sort of around the traps area. Limber up these traps a little bit, and yeah. Okay. Let's push each individual shoulder back on its own. There we go. Great. I'm just going to step around. Okay. Yeah, let me just feel that right shoulder. Feeling good. Just going to feel this left shoulder. That's feeling really nice. Okay. And then we are going to do the roll back, but I'm just going to be standing behind you. Okay. So let me just limber up these shoulders again. And then, yeah, there we go. Okay. So there's that nice roll back. Yes. Great. Doing okay? Okay. Yeah, you're looking great. You know, the abdominal kind of like, I wouldn't even call it like a suck in, but it's more just like that subtle engagement, right? Plus with the shoulders rolling back, looking wonderful. Let me just do a slight alignment check here. Yeah, that's looking really nice. Let me go up into this neck just one more time. Yeah. Okay. All right. Nice little. So I think the word today is limber. Mm-hmm. How are you feeling? Are you feeling kind of tense, like you've got a million tabs open in the brain where you're focusing on the feet and the abs and everything? So, okay. Yeah, I mean, that's what's tough with posture, right? Is that it doesn't feel natural at first, right? Because I think we're so used to kind of hunching over, you know, and then we've got all these devices that we're on constantly, which is just making it worse. Yeah. Okay. All right, so let's feel up into this head one more time. Yeah. Yeah, okay. All right, so the final piece of the puzzle, of the posture puzzle, right? We did the feet, the legs, the abs, the shoulders, and now it's the top of the head, right? And we've gone through this before, but I'm just gonna go over it one more time. So we want to imagine that there is like an invisible string coming from the top of your head, right? It's coming from like right there, okay? Yep. And this, it's almost like you're a little bit of a puppet, and this invisible string is just subtly pulling up a little bit, okay? All right, so let me just locate where your invisible string is on the top of your head. It's right there, okay? All right, and then I'm gonna be the puppet master here for a second. I'm just gonna pull it up, okay, ready? Yeah, that looks really good. And it's not, I mean, it's not like your neck is getting like yanked around or anything. It really is, as with everything else, it's subtle, right? So it's like the shoulders are rolled back, and the head, yep, it's that invisible string. Let me just feel again right there, and I'm gonna locate the spot, and we're just gonna pull it up, okay? Okay, all right, so everything is now, let's see, we're kind of putting everything together here. Those toes are looking in really nice alignment. Let me just check, yeah. Just feel on the top of the feet, that looks really nice. Let me just feel this knee, make sure that they are loose and limber, not locked, feeling good. Let's feel these abs, okay? I am going to have you engage these just a little bit more than they currently are. Ready? Okay, so, yes, great. And, yeah, and there we go. I know, yeah, it's not much, right? It's just a little. Okay, let's reach around to the lower back. Let me feel the tailbone. Okay, that is feeling really nice. Okay, yeah, you sort of brought it in just a little bit there. Okay, we're just gonna feel these shoulders here, just a little bit. Wiggle there, wiggle. Yeah, little wiggle. On those arms, okay, and we're gonna do one more roll back. Okay, ready? Let's just feel these shoulders and, yeah, looks great. Let me just feel up into this neck just to make sure everything's feeling fine. Okay. All right, and then the final part, let me feel the top of the head, really nice. And we're gonna pull that invisible string, ready? Yep, string is right there, and boop. I don't know why I say boop. You know, posture, boop. Okay. All right, so let's look at the work we've done here, huh? Yes, yeah, you are looking great. You are looking great. This is what I love about posture fixing sessions is that, I mean, I've said this before, but it's like the difference between before and after is like, it's night and day. You know, it takes 20 minutes, right? 20, 25 minutes. And it's like you just grew 2 or 3 inches for one thing. When we have better posture, we tend to exude more confidence, right? In terms of the aging process, having good posture is, you know, I mean, people get all these procedures done now, right? But having good posture is something you can do for free. And it makes you look younger, you know, it makes you look more full of vitality. Yeah, let me just get a little inside here. Yeah, okay. All right, well, how are you feeling? Feeling okay? Okay. Well, you know, I say, why don't we do, I mean, I'm really glad we did one of these check-ins, and let's do another posture fixing session at some point in the near future, because I know that, you know, that these are a bunch of different directives that I'm giving you right now, right? Yeah, exactly. And it can be tough to kind of keep them all going all the time. But maybe just on a daily basis, if you can remember, just do sort of a check-in with your body, right? And just sort of try to remind yourself, like, are my toes in alignment? Are my knees unlocked? Are my abdominal muscles engaged? Are my shoulders rolled back? Is the little puppet string, you know, subtly pulling up my head? Yep. Okay. All right, well, you look amazing. Yes, yeah, I'm so glad we did this. And I guess, yeah, let me just finish off with a nice little, some shoulder squeezes here. So let me know the next session you want to do. Yep. And as always, if you're feeling a little bit, you know, sleepy, tired, just want to take a little rest, the bungalow is here for you to do that. Yeah. You probably won't fit on this kitty hammock behind me, but I have lots of comfy chairs and places for you to lie down if you want to. Yeah. Okay. Well, it was really good seeing you, as always. Yep. And yeah, I'll see you again really soon, okay?